No, I'm sorry. Wrong stop. Sorry. Yeah, it's a Madrona Marsh, I guess that is. Right at Maple and Spool. King's wine. Fine furniture. Hardy chopped out of that. Used to be Laurel and Hardy's. That's just Laurel. Some nice items. You could get a decent dining room table for about $6,000. A little overpriced, but you know, it claims to be handmade. It's got a sticker that says made in China, so who knows? Oh, is this Crenshaw? Yeah. It is Crenshaw?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a map.
Oh, bad. All right, sorry. All right, here we are, Crenshaw. Crenshaw Lumber. $24.76 Torrance Car Wash. Torrance Car Wash is good. I prefer the Marina South Car Wash. Also the Riviera Car Wash, they call it now. Bruno's place. Oh shit, stuck in the middle. See if they don't have a green, I can still go. There we have it. A lot of clouds all around, but it's blue skies. Okay. K-Food Mall. My favorites. Shit. There we go. K-Food Mall. It's WK Food Mall. And you got the Woori America Bank. Woori's cool. They got a nice, logo. It's the Woori logo. Pretty popular around here. So there it is, the K-Food Mall. It's probably just the one store calls themselves that, so they look like the owners of this, of the whole strip mall thing. I guess they're allowed to call it what they want. Gives people the idea that they're the ones running the show. No, you do not. You not go shop at that store. You have to shop here first, then you can shop there. Convenient. Urgent care, primary care, sports medicine, occupational medicine. Well, sports and occupational medicine. Well, I prefer the occupational medicine. What does the sports medicine do? Well, that's going to enhance your sports abilities. Well, you've got steroids, whatever else. And the eye to eye. Do we all see eye to eye here? The boba time. Well, Boba's always got the time. If you got the money, he will take your money. Good luck finding a quality watch there. He's got a lot of overpriced quartz watches. It probably costs about $20 to make, and got a tag of about $400 or $500 to $1,200. How convenient, The woman shopping for her husband, it looks pretty prestigious. Little does she know, she's got a $20, $30 watch she just paid $900 for. So quartz watches are pretty inexpensive to make. When they polish up the body of it to look all clean and sparkly, and they got some woman up there looking to buy a watch for her husband. Oh yes, this is the new Tag Heuer. It's a very elegant watch, and I think you'll love this one. There's a little more than the one next to it. This one's going to be about $1,100, ma'am. Well, okay. The more you know, that guy's making some profit. Oh, who knows how much he's making? Tag Heuer's making the real profit. Or whoever. I'm not saying that company itself, but a lot of companies were mechanical watches before quartz, and Timex, everyone. A mechanical watch is basically the same as an automatic watch. Automatic watch is just a mechanical watch with automatic winding, meaning it winds itself from the movement. So all watches were essentially mechanical watches, like a Rolex is a automatic watch, but it's a mechanical watch nonetheless. But all those companies, when quartz came out, they all stopped making mechanical watches. It's so much easier. You drop a little electronic piece in there, you're done. It keeps more accurate time, takes a battery, but and so they all stopped making mechanical watches. Some of them are reverting back to going to making mechanical watches again and automatic stuff, but let's face it, the real money, if you could make a really nice looking watch from a company that also sells automatics, right? And then you mix it right in the same shelf there. You're not claiming it's an automatic, but you can put the high price tag on it, and a lot of people don't know the difference. My brother went out and bought a Tag Heuer, little tiny one, looked like for a child or a small woman. I think he paid $800-900 for it. It's a quartz watch. Yes, it's a big profit they made there on a $20 watch. If that, So, but people don't know. They, it's Tag Heuer. It's a very nice one, sir. This one here is what I recommend. And all right then, I was wearing at the time, the 90s, I was wearing a Seiko Kinetic. And let's face it, a Seiko Kinetic. Kinetic means creates its own energy. Well, really what it's doing is it's powering, it's a movement in there. It's powering a battery. So it recharges your battery. They call it a power cell rather than a rechargeable battery. And let's face it, that power cell, it would go quicker than if I had a battery in there. So you're charging your own little power cell, which is nothing more than a rechargeable battery. So I had one of the first versions. The first version, which it didn't stop. The one that came after that didn't have as strong of a charging because the watch would stop itself. And you'd hit the button to keep, So it keeps time from the quartz. But if you want to see the proper time on the watch, or something like that, you can hit the button and it'll go to the hands will move to the time. So in other words, it's keeping time with the quartz. Nothing's moving until you want it to, something like that. But it wasn't as fun on your hand because you didn't feel the movement, the gyro thing in there. But either way, it was pretty nice. I liked it myself. Seiko makes great watches. It's Japanese movement. All Japanese movement is basically Seiko. Then you got Swiss movement like Rolex and so forth, the Swiss value. And that's what you want. Those are fine-tuned. You pay more. But I have a Croton that they fine-tuned for me. And it had Japanese, they have Swiss movement and Crotons too. It had Japanese movement, and I sent it to them and they fine-tuned it. And it's like, because it was running a little fast, and it keeps a really good time, almost like a Swiss watch. So a Swiss watch movement is fine-tuned. Japanese movement, which is Seiko, which is really good, they don't fine-tune each one because it would cost too much for the consumer. But if you want to send it in and get it fine-tuned, they can fine-tune it. It's a good, trust me, Japanese movement is good. They even have the Chinese movement that's been out called Seagull. I hear that one's pretty good too. So Chinese are masters of duplicating anything, so I believe it, It's a dilemma. I didn't see anything to do with Strock here, and this particular earth, I don't think they. Sometimes you see a Strock, and the sign up here will say something about Strock. This is Jefferson Street here. But you can call it a disaster hotline number. A lot of disaster. Let's hope not. I mean, the California earthquake, you talk to other people from other states, well, you guys out in California get a lot of earthquakes. Not really. They got tornadoes and stuff. We don't have earthquakes here and there maybe, but I haven't felt it in a long time, Jeez. So You know, they think California's in earthquakes all the time. No, you don't want to move out to California. You think our twisters are bad. They got those damn earthquakes that'll do you in. I don't know about that. I haven't lived through them or experienced them. Had a few shakes and jolts when I was younger. That's about it. I saw the movie Earthquake in Sensurround. Right? Come see the movie Earthquake in Sensurround. You know, it's like, and basically they equipped certain theaters with big bass speakers. You know, so when the earthquake kicked in, they cranked up the bass, and your chairs would start. Basically, all it was. Yeah. In Sensurround. Sounded very high-tech at the time. They just equipped the theaters with big old bass speakers and rumble your chair, so it felt like you were in the earthquake, you know. I saw it at South Bay Cinemas over there. Yeah, Redondo. I saw Dirty Harry when I was a little kid at the Fox Theater, which is where the boardwalk is at the Redondo Pier. Fox Theater. The woman, my mom brought us, I guess she didn't have a babysitter, brought me and my brothers. The woman in front, I remember, turns around and he's like, go ahead and make my day, you know. The other guy's smoking a joint, putting it inside his mouth. I didn't really understand that. And the woman turns around and says, you should be ashamed of yourself bringing your kids here. And it's like, and she was right. I wouldn't bring my son, or my daughter to, or my other son, I wouldn't bring any of my kids to a movie like that when they were a kid. But my mom felt it was all right, you know. Oh no, it's a fine movie, boys. You'll like it. Like, I don't know, Mom. I didn't like it. The guy was kind of mean, and he's, you know, I didn't like the language. Oh no, that's how life is. Whatever, you know. Just because they tell you something doesn't mean it's true. So I learned from my mistakes and others' mistakes. And, you know, I remember I was in my 20s and I asked my mom a question, called her up. You know, you turn to your parents for advice, right? Growing up in the world, it's like you come against something you've never been up against. The advice, I forget what it was. The advice she gave me was the worst advice in the world. I was like, you gotta be kidding. I can't believe she told me that. So from that point on, I never asked my mom for advice. I'm thinking, man, I got to think back at all the other advice she's given me, probably just as bad, and I didn't know, you know. I got a side door to this one here. Don't recall that on the other earth, but they're all a little different. This very mysterious Presbyterian church, Torrance Presbyterian, the plasma technology, good old Torrance Spa, Torrance Auto Spa. In your car there, if you want to get a spa for it, you know, let it relax. Here we are. Some of them have the stone wall like this. Others don't. United States Post Office, Torrance, California, 90503. And there's fire department with the, looks like they got a little higher radar things and stuff on the top of it. That's right there at Torrance Boulevard. And on Crenshaw. So,